The Eagles have parted ways with several players. Quarterback Dorian Thompson-Robinson, quarterback Kyle McCord, running backs Keelan Robinson and Montrell Johnson Jr. and Shunderick Powell. They parted ways with wide receivers Terrace Marshall Jr. and Elijah Cooks. They've decided to cut tight ends Nick Muse and E.J. Jenkins. They've also cut offensive lineman Quinyon Green. And that move is looking funny to me because you got him back in that CJ-GJ trade with the Houston Texans, and you ended up cutting Quinyon Green. He didn't even play for you. He barely was on the field because he was dealing with some kind of injury. So you basically got a draft pick back for the C.J. Gardner-Johnson trade. That move was looking like a one-sided trade. But again, with the Philadelphia Eagles, I mean, they don't think about it from the perspective of, oh, we lost that trade. I don't think the Eagles regret moving on from CJ-GJ. This just goes to show you that the CJ-GJ trade had nothing to do with money, had nothing to do with trying to get something back for him. It had everything to do with stuff that was going on behind the scenes or off the field. The Eagles didn't even really try to get anything back for him. They just said, you know what, Houston, just give us an offensive lineman, and we know we can develop those kind of guys. Give us an offensive lineman in the draft pick, and you can have CJ. Simple as that. It tells you right away that moving on from CJ had nothing to do with getting something back, had nothing to do with the contract. It was strictly chemistry or morale or off the field or behind the scenes issue, however you want to slice it. They also moved on from defensive backs Lewis Seen, Maxon Hook, and Andre Sam, and they also moved on from cornerback Eli Ricks. So the Eagles have been making a lot of cuts lately. Again, they've cut quarterbacks Dorian Thompson-Robinson, Kyle McCord, running backs Keelan Robinson, Montrell Johnson Jr., and Shunderick Powell. They've cut wide receivers Terrace Marshall Jr. and Elijah Cooks, tight ends Nick Muse and E.J. Jenkins, offensive guard Quinyon Green, safeties Lewis Seen, Maxon Hook, and Andre Sam, and they've cut cornerback Eli Ricks. If I look at my final 53-man roster prediction, so far I've been wrong about one player. I thought they would keep Darian Kennard. Darian Kennard was traded to the Green Bay Packers. So as of right now, my cuts or my final roster prediction is a little off here. They did not keep Darian Kennard. All right. I'm trying to think what else. I had them cutting Eli Ricks, so I'm good in that regard. I had them cutting DTR and Jakorian Bennett, so I'm still good in that. I had them cutting Andre Sam and Maxon Hook and all those other safeties and Lewis Seen. I'm still good at safety. I'm still good at corner. I'm still good at linebacker. I'm still good on the edge. I'm still good at D tackle. Offensive line, I'm off. So they traded Darian Kennard to the Green Bay Packers. I'm still good at tight end. I'm still good at receiver. And I'm still good at fullback and running back and quarterback. All right. Let me get some of y'all chats here. All right. Alex, or Sweet Chin Music, excuse me. Sweet Chin says, I'm not expecting a big move. Yeah, I'm not expecting a big one either. I'm not expecting a big one. I feel like a lot of these moves are kind of, filling the gap, a little tweak here, a little tweak there. I don't think these moves, I don't think the Eagles are gearing up for some major splash move. I just don't. Jerry Potter says, I really hope Jakorian Bennett is starting at CB2 against the Cowboys. Hey, man, we definitely going to see. We're definitely going to see. I think this week is going to tell us a lot. It's going to tell us a lot. And again, just a heads up, you guys. Tanner McKee likely won't be active for week 1. So that means Sam Howell is going to be quarterback 2. Lord Vaughn says, you said you had them cutting Bennett. No, I don't. I don't have that. I don't have them cutting Bennett at all. I said I had them cutting Eli Ricks. Joel Perez says, why did we not draft DN Fidel Diggs instead of APR? I'm not sure, bro. I'm not sure. All right. Let's see. LD2 Ballin says, I don't see a big move happening. It's a week before opening day. Hard to see a team trading a major piece now. Yeah, I agree. I agree. Fandy says, well, who's our emergency quarterback? Well, don't be surprised if they pick somebody up after waivers. But and again, we'll see if Tanner McKee is active for week one. We'll see. He may not. I heard it's a finger fracture. He doesn't need surgery. We'll see. Alex says, I was seeing Jalen Phillips and Trevon Walker as potential edge moves for Philly. It's possible. Private McClunky says, I ain't know they released Marshall and Cooks. I mean, yeah, they didn't really do much. Elijah Cooks, I had high hopes for him, but he was hurt for the first 2 preseason games. And in the second one, he really didn't get much action. So, he did good in training camp. He was making plays, but he got hurt. He hurt his shoulder, and it left a lot of space for guys like Darius Cooper to show up. It left space for Anais Smith to turn up. It left space for Johnny Wilson, but then he gets hurt. It even left space for John Mechie. I'm looking at my 53-man roster prediction, and I'm telling you, as far as corners go, they're going to keep obviously Quinyon and Coop, right? They're going to keep Jakorian Bennett. They're going to keep Adoree Jackson. They're going to keep Keely Ringo. That's just how I see it. They're going to keep Matt McWilliams. They're going to keep Reed Blankenship, Sidney Brown, Andrew McCool, but I think they keep Tristan McCullum as well. Right? I think they're going to keep all 4 of their linebackers, Zack Baun, Jihaad Campbell, Trotter Jr., and Ismail Mondon. I got them keeping them as well. On the edge, I got them keeping Nolan Smith, Jalix Hunt, Josh Uche, Aziz Ojulari, and Patrick Johnson. I think they end up cutting APR and they try to get him through the practice squad. All right. I got him keeping Jalen Carter, Jordan Davis, Moro Jomo, Ty Robinson, Gabe Hall, and Byron Young at D tackle. On the offensive line, I have them keeping Lane Johnson, Tyler Steen, Cam Jurgens, Landon Dickerson, Jordan Mailata, Kendall Lamb, Drew Kendall, Matt Pryor, and Brett Toth. I had Darian Kennard here, but he got traded, so that counts against me. And I didn't expect them to trade for Fred Johnson. So obviously Fred Johnson is going to make the 53-man roster. At tight end, I got them keeping Dallas Goedert and Greg Cacatera. Wide receiver, A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, Jahan Dotson, John Mechie III, Darius Cooper, and Anais Smith. At fullback, Ben Van Sumeren. Running back, Saquon Barkley, A.J. Dillon, and Will Shipley. And quarterback, Jalen Hurts, Tanner McKee, Sam Howell.